Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are fine. I'm Rehan and I am here with a new lecture of our spoken English series. So without wasting any time, let's start our today's lecture. So the lecture of today is related to articles and simple present tense. Now the question is, what are the articles? Articles basically are the adjectives which we can use to modify a noun. Okay, so we can use two different types of articles. So first one is indefinite article and the second one is definite article. So what is the definite article? So definite article is the, and the indefinite article is a and an. So we can use these articles with different types of nouns. So the noun which we use to specify any sort of things, we will use the before these nouns. Secondly, the noun which we will use to mention any type of unspecified things, we will use a or an before these nouns. So here is an example. Let's read the book. So it means that the book is specific, so that is why I'm going to use the before this book. And second is a book. Okay, it means the book is not specific, so it might be any book, so that is why we will use a with that. So there are some rules with the help of which we can identify that how we can use these articles before the noun. So the rule number is one is if a noun is starting with a vowel sound like a, e, I, o, u, so we will place an before these type of sound. A noun which is starting with a consonant sound, we will use a before these nouns. Like singular nouns are boy, car, bike, zoo, dog. So these are the singular nouns and these are starting with the consonants, so that is why we'll use a before. So there is an exception to these rules. So the exception is we can use a before a noun starting with u sound. Okay. A singular noun beginning with a consonant sound like user, university, unicycle. So we will place a before these type of noun. This is the third rule. So the fourth rule is we can use an starting with a word which is silent like or. So we will pronounce it like that, or. So h is silent, so we will use an before these types of nouns. So the last one is a plus noun starting with a pronounced h. So the word here is horse. So the word starting or pronounced with h, we will use a before these types of nouns. So these are some rules with the help of which we can identify where we are going to use a, an, or the. So we can use the before countable and uncountable nouns, and we can use a or an only with the countable nouns. So the examples here are given for your convenience. Geographical use of the. So there are some specific rules for using the with the geographical nouns. So we don't have to use the before these territories or countries like Italy, Mexico, Bolivia. However, we can use the before Netherlands, the Dominican Republic, the Philippines, the United States. So there are some cities, and before these cities and towns we will not use the, like Seoul, Manitoba and Miami. So we will use the before the name of the rivers, points on the globe and geographical areas. Omission of articles. So some common types of nouns that don't take an article are these are the nouns related to some languages and nationalities like Chinese, English, Spanish, Russian. So we will not use the with these types of nouns. But if we are referring to any population like Spanish, Japanese, so we will use the before this. Like here, the Spanish are known for their warm hospitality. So any kind of sports, we will not use the with them, and names of academic subjects like mathematics, biology, history, computer science. So we will also not use the with these types of nouns. So our next topic is simple present tense. So what is simple present tense? Simple present tense is basically a verb tense which we use to refer to our daily routines, or if we want to talk about our daily habits, then we will use present simple. Structure with the simple present tense would be subject, verb and object. So this is the basic sentence structure. So here is a differentiation. If the subject is he, she or it, we will use base form of the verb along with the addition of s or es, and we will also add some kind of object. The subject is I, we, they, you. So with these types of subjects, we will not add s or es with the verb base form. As I already told you that we use present tense for the activities we do regularly, or if we are talking about any kind of habit. So here you can see the sentences. With I, we will use the base form of the verb I go, or we will not add es with the go. We will use drink with it, not drinks. Okay, so we will not going to add s or es with that. Now move to our next slide. So for the negative, we will use do not with I, we, they, you, and if we are going to make a negative with he, she, it, then we will use does not. Okay, so this is another differentiation here. For questions, we use do or does. For example, you watch a film, you do not watch a film, and do you watch a film? So these are the basically interrogative. So we will use do with you, or I, we, they. We will use do. Does with he, she, and it to make a question. So here are some examples. So like I like ice cream. Negative is I don't like ice cream. Do I like ice cream? So this is the question. So this is the negative and this is the interrogative. So next one is you go to the gym. You don't go to the gym, and do you go to the gym? Work at home. They do not work at home. Do they work at home? Okay, so this is the example for affirmative, negative and question sentences. So this is the end of our lecture. So don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, English with Rehan. And for language lessons or for any lesson related to IELTS, PTE, Duolingo or any kind of language exam, you can contact at 0311 9720 668. And for international, you can use +92 311 9720 668. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.